Welcome back. Welcome back. We got another One Piece chapter for you. One Piece chapter 1172, The Elbaf I Admire. And we have a cover request by Pete Samaru. Some swans rummaging through Bon Hore's cosmetics and putting on makeup. It has been a long time since we seen Bon Clay. His reintroduction to the story will probably set the internet ablaze. Um, Definitely looking forward to his actor in the live action series. That's gonna be pretty damn fire. Um, outside of outside of Ace, I mean, I would say Bon Clay's role was probably the biggest. Um, in terms of the future of the live action of One Piece, that was probably the biggest because you don't get Bon Clay right, we done. Like I could go ahead and say it right now. If you don't get Bon Clay right, you missed the whole point of the story. So let's hop right into it. Let's hop right into it. Notes by Oda. I saw Quokka for the first time. It looked like nothing what you see on the internet. Oh, well, it's a lot of things, Oda. All right. So where we left off last time, Loki had finished up the story. Luffy wanted to see how Loki fought. Loki froze the Draugr, with his hammer. I don't know if it's Devil Fruit power or Ragnar's powers. We don't know. Hopefully, we get more clarification on all of that. While the new giant pirates, Zoro, Chopper, Gabon, and Sanji are on their way up on the lift. So the lift ascends to the sun realm, and you can see this little ass lift in the middle. If I'm looking at this correctly, that's a little ass lift. Like it's about as tiny as can be. It's being swallowed up by the entirety of like the tree, the atom tree. So let's continue. Let's continue. The bond starts off. There are three foes up there. Their objective is clear. They plan to abduct 10 children from Elbaf and take them to the Holy Land as children. Oh, take them to the Holy Land. The children will serve as living shields. Leverage, living shields, leverage to turn warriors of Elbaf into their thralls, into their battle thralls. I've read that all wrong. I'm gonna go again, just cause. Sorry, y'all. Give me a chance. All right. And then take them to the Holy Land. The children will serve as living shields, leveraged to turn the warriors of Elbaf into battle thralls. And then Harden takes in this information as well as the other new giant pirates. Three humans did all of this to think that not even the giant warrior pirates or our Yasan could stop them. Dot dot dot. Sorry, I have no excuse, says Gabon. Yeah, he got jumped. He ain't know what was about to happen. They may be kids, but they're still giants, right? How can three people our size move them? Says Sanji, and Zoro starts to think. Gabon says one of the three is a woman with a strange arrow ability. The children are unable to resist her. They just keep marching towards the West Village harbor. It's all over if they reach the ship and escape to sea. It'll all come down to that. Why can't we just take back the kids? Says I forget his name. Fake sun god. Roto. Like, yeah, why we can't just take back the kids? Gabon says one of the three men is named Summers. I know a bit about him. He became a briar man after eating the thorn fruit. He could freely manipulate vines with sharp thorns. The vines can become transparent, and he's wrapped them around the children. So we can't grab them. That's so cruel. Indeed, they're as tough as iron. If we clumsily try to get to the kids to break their line formation, they'll turn into pincushions. It's been set up so that they'll hurt each other. And on top of that, the last one seems to have the power to make nightmares come true. The things the kids find scary have come to life to prevent their escape. The kids may appear to just be waddling along in broad daylight, but it seems impossible for anyone to stop them. The intruders have set up some sort of twisted game with their three abilities. We'll save those kids no matter what, says Hardin. Um, Seems like the quickest solution is to target the three ability users. Even if they're as immortal as they claim, there should be a way to take them down. We could try trapping them or crushing them, maybe even eating them. Ha ha ha, sounds promising. Says that was my man Goldberg. Yeah, that's my man Goldberg. Aha, sounds promising. Let's do this. It's the sun realm, prepared to disembark. So they finally made it up. They get up there. Thunk, Goldberg and Hardin look up and they see all hell breaking loose. Long story short, they see all hell break loose. You got one of the nightmares, two nightmares, a ship on fire. The forest looks like it's on fire. Parts of the tree, I should say, it's not even a forest. Um, Hardin is a complete shock. He sees like a nightmare dragon. As soon as he gets off, sorry, it's a boxing one. I thought somebody was getting knocked out. All right, Hardin says this is beyond anything I imagined. Are there no limits to these nightmare monsters? Look at that. Is that the great Eric? And I'm guessing that's the dragon because he Hardin was really looking at that dragon, the great Eric. So that's something we should definitely look up. Um, but you can see all the nightmares are just running wild. The new giant pirates got a lot of work to do. Gabon says Dory and Brogy were aboard it earlier, leading the charge with their crew, but they were shot down by those monsters. It can't be. Is that you, Hardin? Kashi-san, I'm glad you're okay. I was in the realm of the dead. Tell me what's going on. You won't believe this. Listen closely. Dory and Brogy are trying to kill Elder Yarul. They all went crazy. Please, you've got to stop them. So I said this. This is something I was saying. Arden has to play a pivotal role in stopping Dorian Broglie for his own honor's sake. He has to do this. I don't care how ass he is or how ass he is bad. He has to do something. If he has to put his body on the line, he puts his body on the line. Do I think he can beat Dorian Broglie? Hell no. But he got to do something. He got to put his feet down. You might not be in line to be king, but god damn it, you the closest thing next to Loki. So you gotta show out at this point. And you can't be the new giant pirates. And you gotta take the mantle from the old ones. So okay. Tashi-san, uh, what about the children? Says Gerd. Ripley and the others went after them, but we had no word on their status. The kids may have already reached the harbor by now. Hey, Road, listen up. What? Rajon was taken. This is bad. My little brother is one of the hostages, and Rhodes just runs off. This might be Rhodes' opportunity to show off himself. I feel like this is the perfect chance for the new giant pirates to stake their claim as them boys. But they ain't really done nothing in my eyes. So Gerd and Goldberg run with Rhodes to try to help save his little brother because we didn't know that Rhodes had a little brother. Hey Kashi, which way is the school? Sanji is asking which way is the school. Nami-san and the rest should be close. Can you see the fire? It's coming from both the school and the library. Why is it on fire? Zoro jumps says, anyway, you said Dory and Broglie have gone crazy. That's right. Please hurry. Elder Yarul's in trouble. And it gives us a map of everybody's location. Yarul is near the village in the Owl's Castle. Um, the lift is probably in the dead center of this map, pretty much, of branch 8. Um, the kids look like they're still walking to the harbor, so they're not there yet. Saul is clearly depicted over here on the ground, I want to say, near the school and the library, while you have the demonic uh entities. I can't even say which ones they are. I'm gonna say the demonic entities are like right in the middle of everything. So as well as the three celestial, not three celestials, the three god knights are also in the middle of branch 8, pretty much closest to the lift. So we'll see which way everybody goes. It looks like Road, Gerd, and Goldberg are headed off to the school. Maybe Zoro and Sanji are headed off to. Well, no, Sanji should be going to the school too. I'm guessing Zoro is going to head to Yarul to help protect Yarul from Dory and Brogy. But it doesn't tell me where everybody is, so this is interesting. And of course, Luffy is and Loki are not here yet, so they're going to have a grand entrance. So each one of these parts on the map have a little plot point. Walrus School and Owl Library. Near the library, the Straw Hats. The library is burning down. I doubt Chopper will be back anytime soon, and Brooks gone off somewhere. He must be up to something. Says Jinbei. Nami says we need to get rid of those arrows before the kids are carried off. Usopp says, Master Dory, Master Brogy, I can't stand seeing you like this. And then we cut over to the West Village. The Domi Reverse possessed giants en route West Village. Kill y'all rule. Please stop, captains. Open your eyes. Child Rescue Team, which is near the Owl's Castle, which is kind of weird. I thought they'd be closer than that. Child Rescue Team, hang in there, kids. Be gone, you vile creatures. Hostage group, the kids. We're headed to the harbor, aren't we? If we get there, and Colin says, no whining, we're warriors of Elbaf, but we're not warriors. Somebody says all the way from the back. We're not warriors, bro. West Village. And people are surrounding Yarul. If you want to run, run. We have no choice, Elder Yarul. Captain Dory and Brogy won't listen to us anymore. Yarul says, I won't retreat. There's something I got to tell Elbaf. And then you see Dende Mushi being hung up, I believe. Gotcha. Oh, he picked it up. I guess maybe this is Yarul about to tell people Elbaf. Listen, people of Elbaf, I will tell you everything before I die. Alter Yarul. Our late king, King Harald, always believed in Elbaf coming together with the rest of the world. And that led to his attempt to join the world government. Dot, dot, dot. Emu was paying attention. Okay, Keyshawn Davis, I see you, bro. Um, Emu was listening in, but his efforts were shunned and betrayed 14 years ago on that fateful day. Elder Yaru, as the giants began to listen in even more intently. I saw it all with my own very eyes. Harald and all those soldiers were killed by the act of a demon. Harald struggled to his last breath to keep Elbaf from falling into that demon's hands. Wait, so Loki didn't kill our king? I held my tongue, fearing that our people would rise up in revenge, leading us into an untimely. I held my tongue, fearing that our people would rise up in revenge, leading us into an untimely war. Our king would never want. I just made up my own words. Our king never wanted. Loki took the people's anger upon himself and sailed out to sea. He may have always been boorish, but he is innocent. That's the gist. But it's not quite how I'd put it. Don't get carried away, LDR rule. What? Now, today, 3 new demons have appeared to subjugate our nation. I had hoped this matter was behind us, but we are once more in need of great power. Seems this job's over. Seems this job's over. Guess I'll be back to sleep. Go back to sleep, says Summers. I'm guessing that's Summers saying that. Uh, Forgive me, little ones. Cover your ears if you can. Well said, Yarul. The Elbaf I admire would never bend the knee. Am I reading this wrong? I feel like I'm reading this wrong. So I'm gonna go back. Now today, three new demons have appeared to subjugate our nation. I had hoped this matter was behind us, but we are once more in need of great power. I'm speaking to you now, demons. You can take our culture and history, but let our little ones go. If you think this act will crush our spirit, you've made a great mistake. We will show you the same patience Harald did. You speak of subjugating us and picture our people to be your slaves. Who the hell do you bastards think you're dealing with? Forgive me, little ones. Cover your ears if you can. Well said, Yarul. The Elbaf I admire would never bend the knee. If the Harley prophecies are true, the world is bound to face a great divide one day. So be it. From this day forward, all Elbaf will stand against the world government. He's standing on business. Did you really think? Oh. Did you really think some thorns, illusions, and a little reverse game would be enough to make us bow? Zoro says, I like this geezer. I bet you do. 300 years ago, he was known as the strongest being to ever hail from these waters. We will never submit to your dominion. What you say? What say you, proud warriors of Elbaf? Well said, Elder Yaru. Yeah, the Elbaf I know and love is back, says Usopp, with hearts in his eyes, happy as could be. We get it already, Usopp. Focus on getting rid of these damn arrows, says Nami. She's tired of this shit. We will protect the peace Harold dreamed of. Yeah, as Harald draws his sword against the demonic Dorian Brogy with the rest of these giants ready to clash. They bout business. We're finally here. They said if we get caught up between them, it's over. Don't worry, I have a spark of resistance flares. One Piece. So we got some matchups, man. We got some matchups that we can start off with. So clearly, uh Zoro, Hardin, and I forget the guy that was at the prison at the auction house. They are all about to go fight Dorian Brogan and try to keep Yarul alive. Yarul finally gave his reasoning for why he did not tell the people of Elbaf the absolute truth of Harald's death. He still did, which is pretty spot on. He just said he was controlled by a demon and those people was killed by a demon. He didn't even say Loki had anything to do with it, which was smart. They don't need to hear that right now. They don't need those. They don't need those details. They just don't. I think it's just spot on for writing and everything about it. Um, this was a good chapter. This is a good chapter. This is a great way to come back from a break week. We're pretty much finally setting up the fights that are about to happen. But we need for the rest of the Straw Hat Pirates to be freed because they have to play a pivotal role. They are still chained up with those thorns, if I'm not mistaken. Thorns or arrows? I think it might be arrows. It might be yeah, it's definitely arrows. But yeah, I like that Yaru stood on business. I was on his ass since the beginning of Elbaf. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Knew he was hiding something, but we clearly found out what he was hiding. He still didn't tell the people of Elbaf the truth. He just used what he could to get the people of Elbaf to understand we need to fight for our lives right now, y'all. They try to make us slaves to a cause that don't benefit us. And they've been trying to do this for years. They did this to your king. They're not gonna do it to us. So man, this was just a great chapter. Look. I don't even have much to say. I got some things I need to research in terms of like the nightmares, but other than that, I mean, I think it was just a great chapter, right, front and backwards. Gabon pretty much explained the situation. This is what we were waiting for since the end of the flashback. But I would love the way this is lining up. I love what we're seeing. But the only thing that concerns me is that Harald said, "Hey, if the Harley tax is real, hey man, it's about to go down." Let me go back to what he said. Like, if the Harley prophecies are true, the world is bound to face a great divide one day. So he's not putting any stake into one thing, but he is saying that this general statement that there has to be a divide between the world government and everybody else, pretty much seems like the world government, celestial dragons, and then everybody else. That's the great divide. And that great divide will culminate into that ultimate war. Um again, again, the government, Gorosei, Emu, they're taking another L. They have taken another L. It's funny that they had Oimo and Kashi on in this lobby all that time and didn't try to convert them over, like really like lock them in as like potential candidates. I understand they don't have the ancient giant blood, but ancient warrior giant blood, but it's okay. I mean, he's still giants. You would still want them on your side based off of how Emo was talking. But clearly, the giants presented a problem to the world government and the 20 kingdoms this entire time. They have always presented some type of problem. They probably was like the neutral party for the most part. They will only interfere when it really mattered to them. But at this point, you talking about 300 years ago, they said Yarul was that boy. What happened 300 years ago? That's the things I want to figure out now. What happened 300 years ago? And I do want to know my biggest question now. It was who was the last person to have this devil fruit on Elbaf? Who was the last person who was the last royalty to actually possess that devil fruit or possess Ragnar? Because I want to believe that that has a big role in this and why it's been so long since somebody has wielded that devil fruit and that hammer. It's been a long time. And I know for a fact at this point that Loki and Shanks ain't really fight. I think Loki just came back to show face, to be like, oh, I didn't just up and leave type of thing, but to still actually be there and be present on the island in case something ever happened. Because he actually cares. He just shows that he doesn't. Like he acts and pretends that he doesn't, but he actually really does care. So great chapter. I really ain't got much. I'm not going to continue on for too long. I'm gonna come up with some things to talk about, but I'm glad that Elbath has finally said, "Hey, we going to war, y'all." So even if they're not officially Straw Hats, who else flag or banner would they want to hold up on this on Elbaf? They gonna ride with whoever riding with them. Whoever fighting the government like us, we with y'all. Coincide. There go the alliance right there. So they are aligned with the Straw Hats from here on out. Here on out. Even though Harden already staked his claim and being one of those uh 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 commanders for for the fleet, hey, this is even better. Now you got your whole nation behind you. Cause Harden, I don't think you got enough bricks in your back pocket. But it's okay. It's okay. We about to see you. We about to see what you really made of. We really about to see it. Cause I really want to see what Harden is made of. Loki, I'm more concerned about his devil fruit and the importance of his devil fruit and why has it been so secret. Because this is a secret that even Emo did not know about. That's what's killing me. Loki's devil fruit is so secret, Emo doesn't know about it. Emo knows about Joy Boy, all type. Emo has a wide, vast knowledge, but it does not know about giants and Elbaf's lore about that devil fruit, and that is a problem. How does Emu not know this? Why didn't Emu send the guard knights to go, retrieve the fruit if they had known? But they didn't know all this stuff, and they grasping at straws at this point. They really are, and I think the biggest part of this is that the world government is divided on what they protect at this point. The Revolutionary Army tearing up the Holy Land. They starving them out, destroying the gondolas. Like they really trying to starve them out up there. And then we got to see what the celestial dragons do in retaliation to not being able to eat, not be able to have food. They can't come down to the surface. But it's up. It's up. If the celestial dragons come down to the surface, it's up. It's up. Revolutionary Army, everybody, we pulling up. We pulling up right now. I ain't got enough. Y'all ain't got enough soldiers for this. And Kobe not really banging with y'all. And y'all don't got y'all hero no more. So this was a good chapter. It was a good chapter. Great to see Bon Clay on the cover. But that's the one thing I don't like. Like that's why I stopped, dealing with spoilers and stuff. Cause they was like, yeah, Bon Clay makes an appearance this chapter. I'm like, y'all full of it, yo. Like you already know people full of it. Like, why would you say that? So like even when you get your spoilers and stuff from, man, just chill. Just wait till the chapter is out at this point. And you get the chapter early, keep, a little room for doubt that some things might change. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Man, thank y'all for tuning in. Well, my logo not even up. It's all good. It's all good. Man, thank y'all for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. I will be back. Hopefully later tonight. I want to play some video games. I want to play some God of War. Um, but yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. We will be back next week. There's no break next week, and I want to be more consistent on this streaming journey with y'all. So hey, till next time, holla at your boy.